This is a story about choices, about consequences, about the slow erosion of trust, and the devastating aftermath of a secret. My name is Sarah, and I am sharing a part of my life. I wish I could erase a chapter filled with profound regret and an unending pain. I want to tell you about Michael, about us, about how it all went so terribly wrong. When Michael and I first met, it was like finding the missing piece of my very soul. He possessed everything I ever dreamed of in a partner. A heart so kind, a mind so intelligent, a wit so sharp. And he looked at me like I was the only truly radiant person in the entire world. Our early days were a magnificent whirlwind of laughter, late-night talks that stretched into the dawn, and a love that felt so exquisitely pure, so utterly unbreakable, it seemed impervious to anything life could throw our way. We spent every possible waking moment together, dreaming about our shared future, meticulously planning our lives side by side, envisioning every detail from the color of our first home to the names of our hypothetical children. We talked about a small, cozy house with a vibrant garden where we would grow old together, always holding hands, always sharing quiet smiles. I truly believed with every fiber of my being that we were destined to be together, that our unique love story would be one for the ages, a shining testament to true, enduring connection. I felt an unshakable security, a deep comfort, knowing he was mine and I was his, our futures perfectly intertwined. But then life began to happen, as it always does, with its relentless demands and its subtle shifts. The daily grind, the accumulating responsibilities, the mounting pressures of work, and the ever-present challenges of adulting began to slowly but surely chip away at the once pristine edges of our perfect bubble. Michael became increasingly engrossed in his burgeoning career, a particularly demanding job that required more and more of his precious time and unwavering attention. He was incredibly ambitious, and I admired that quality about him, I truly did. But gradually, insidiously, I started to feel like an afterthought, a forgotten item on his ever-expanding to-do list. Our once cherished late-night talks gradually morphed into silent evenings, him perpetually glued to his glowing laptop screen, me staring blankly at the television, pretending to be deeply interested in whatever meaningless show was playing. The joyful laughter became noticeably less frequent. The spontaneous adventures faded into distant memories, and the vibrant spark that once brilliantly illuminated our entire world began to slowly dim its light. I tried to talk to him, I really truly did, countless times. I expressed my deepest feelings, my growing loneliness, my aching longing for the profound connection we once so effortlessly shared. He would listen, sometimes nod, sometimes offer a quick, distracted apology, a fleeting promise to do better, a promise that often went tragically unfulfilled. I felt an ever-expanding void opening up inside me, a crushing sense of neglect, a profound and unsettling loneliness, even when he was physically present, right beside me. It was as if we had become mere roommates, sharing a living space, but no longer truly sharing our lives, our dreams, our souls. That is precisely when Alex entered the picture quite unexpectedly. He was a new colleague at my workplace, a strikingly charming and effortlessly charismatic man, with an easy, disarming smile and eyes that seemed to truly see and understand me in a way Michael no longer did. We started with polite and professional conversations about work, then effortlessly moved on to discussing our shared interests and hobbies that seemed to align perfectly. He listened intently and patiently when I spoke, hanging on my every word. He laughed genuinely at my jokes, and he remembered little insignificant details about my life that Michael had seemingly long forgotten or never even noticed. He made me feel seen. He made me feel valued. He made me feel like I absolutely mattered again. It felt harmless at first, just a burgeoning friendship, a much-needed comfort, a welcome and innocent ego boost. I told myself there was absolutely nothing wrong with having a friend, someone to confide in, someone to talk to, someone who genuinely understood the unique pressures of my demanding job. But slowly, insidiously, almost imperceptibly, the boundaries began to blur. His compliments felt different, somehow more personal, more intimate. His glances lingered a little longer than they should have, and my heart would flutter just a tiny bit whenever he was physically near. I started looking forward to seeing him each and every day,